Hello, Scorpios. How are you doing? This is going to be your reading for May 10th. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there and dads who are taking the role of mothers. So thank you so much for being here. We're going to get into your reading here, Scorpio, for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising for Scorpio. I am here to guide you. Take the reading as it resonates. If it connects, it connects. It is a general read, so it is not meaning for everyone on the planet Earth, okay? So just whatever, take it and leave it, okay? If you'd like a personal reading, reach out to me. I am setting up readings for the next week after May 15th. Thank you for those who have been patient with me and flexible with me to get moved and everything, and still working on settling, so you know how that goes. But anyway, Scorpios, we're going to look at your past, your present, and your outcome to see what you need to think about. And we're going to look here in your present energy here, Scorpio. You have the Tower moment showing up, so there's something going down. Ooh, okay, well, okay, I'm going to keep this one out. You have a connection here, but you might not be too crazy about it. I'm going to take that card, okay? So some kind of past event that is going on, or you may be recently experiencing. So let's see what's coming up in your present energy, and we're going to look at all these cards. We have the Seven of Cups, and I'm going to adjust my Ten of Cups, and you have the Sun card, and then we're going to look at the outcome in then just a moment, okay? All right, so I'm going to tip my camera down just a little bit. I hope that's the lighting in here. I had to change because of the lighting. All right, but I'll just show you the cards. How about that? All right, so you have the Tower. You have the Two of Cups with the... There could be two things here, okay? So someone you had dealt with in your past, something went down, you know, and a breakup or some kind of sudden... You felt like it was a sudden... I think things were building up to this moment of the Tower. This Tower moment was somebody that you felt like was a soulmate here. You had to throw them out, you know, or you had to burn down the castle, you know, per se, or the Tower here. And in your mind thinking, you're saying, I will never give this person another chance. There's no more chances. That was it. Finalized. Done. And this is between you and a person that you were very close with, okay? It could be a family member, it could be somebody that you really loved, for sure, and someone that you felt spiritually connected. Now, or is somebody that, the second part could be someone that you met, but you remember this Tower moment from a previous relationship or past tense, and you're connecting to someone here that you're not opening up to. You're not feeling the same vibe as they are, their same energy. They might be feeling the energy towards you, but because of this past experience, Scorpio, you are not really even giving anyone a chance. I just think you are closed off to love right now, and hopefully not forever, but that's the way the feeling's coming in. So either way, this Tower has affected the way your love life and connecting with people. And even it could be in your family. It's kind of like you're wanting to do a cutoff here. So take that as the way you're feeling and the way you're thinking about this, okay? Now moving on into your present position, you have the Seven of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups, and the Sun card. So in the Seven of Cups, you plainly realized to whatever this energy that was going on over here, that you were not going to be somebody's backup plan. You're not going to be somebody, you're not sharing nobody, you're not being somebody's option. And so when this energy, you felt like, that's why I'm saying you're not willing to give anybody, you're not opening up, or you're not willing to give someone a chance, even a past person or someone that you just recently met. Because you remember that Tower, which is that focus here, that Tower set you in a different level, I would say, like how you perceive love. Because this person has changed your whole mindset about what love is, okay? So it is still affecting you in your Tower energy, but you have the Seven of Cups here showing that you're not going to be anybody's backup plan. And until that person can show you something different, you're not interested. But you do have the Ten of Cups here and the Sun card. So with this energy, Scorpio, you're not interested in someone who's they're going to play mind games. So you're very, very observant right now in this time period, and you're focused on your own happiness and your own energy here with the Ten of Cups. it is something that you had to dig yourself out of the hole with. I feel like this energy that you have dealt with, the person who who was not there for you, the person who left you in hard times and struggle times or made you struggle. This is now has shifted you to a 10 of Cups happy ending for you. And it's very hard for you because as Scorpios, we can be alone. And as a reminder, I'm a Scorpio in 5 placements, so yeah, hang on tight, because Scorpios are not one to mess with. Scorpios are not the ones to play games with, because they will cut you off in a heartbeat and realize that you're just wasting their time, and they will give you all the love, all the happiness that you and sacrifice because of that loyalty. But once you betrayed them and you show something different, they do a cutoff game that's very cold and quiet. So yeah, Scorpios can blow up on you, but usually they do it one time and that's it. They're like, no, this is done. But this is Scorpio has shifted your energy, because you do have the 10 of Cups in your present energy. You do want somebody though. You're sitting there thinking, I don't think you're looking for it. I don't think you're trying to make it work or anything like that anymore. I think it's more about if they come along, they come along. If they don't, they don't. But even if someone does come along, you're going to be thinking 10 times before getting into a relationship with someone, because of that past tower and what went down with that, okay? Because you remember how much you really love someone, and it feels like here that because you give out so much love to people in the 10 of Cups, you do everything for everybody, and you just never returned. It never got returned, and you sacrificed and you gave all. And these people that you ran into, you're attracting people who can't love you back, or they show you, or to think the people that you trust the most hurt you the most. And that's what you're remembering here, Scorpio. So this is why you're not looking for that option. You know, nobody is not going to interfere with your energy right here. So let's kind of move on with that. Let's see what this energy is for what should Scorpio expect? Let's see what your energy is going to expect. And I did a reading. Ooh, there's the soulmate energy, Scorpio. Now you might be this is somebody that's coming in your life here, and you are making good choices, because Scorpio, you have made some bad choices in the past, and you remember the cycles and the in and out and the communication, and you feel like people are just, you know what I feel like here, Scorpio? There's something about your energy. You did a spiritual awakening, and you are no longer feeling the same as you did a year ago, or even 6 months ago. You feel like somebody you have dealt with, the soulmate energy, and that's what makes you upset, is because you really truly love this person. And again, it doesn't have to be somebody romantically, but it could be somebody that was around you that you care deeply for. Your son, your daughter, it could be somebody, your children went estranged on you and not speaking to you, and that really hurt you. And this is what you learned, that the people that you love the most hurt you the most. So with this energy, whoever this Emperor is in reverse, that caused the separation, it caused the breakup, but I'm using love for example here, there is no change with this person, okay? So you are looking at this person's energy as, you know, I don't want them back. They can't return here because it's done and over with. I just remember what they did. And again, Scorpios never forget. They'll forgive you down the road somewhere. It might be a year, 5 years, 10 years. They might, if they ever get to that point, because they see this person as somebody who took a sword out, stabbed them in the back, and became a liar. So that's the way you're perceiving most people now, is that they're fake and they're not as brutal as you are. So this person could be receiving some kind of judgment call on them. That is something that you can't do anything about, but it does feel like their energy here is King of Swords. You're not speaking to them, they're not speaking to you, but they are watching you, Scorpio. They're watching your moves here with the Ace. You got the 7 of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Swords here for Scorpio? All right, so let's see, what's this Page of Swords for Scorpio? What's the energy? You have the Justice card. They know they did you wrong. And I made a video yesterday, watch that video, about they regret hurting you. Okay. And I still feel like they're in some kind of, I feel like it's in a bad karma feeling. They're receiving bad karma because you're to come up as Queen of Pentacles. They may have chose somebody else over you. Six of Pentacles. And yeah, it does feel very conflictive energy here. This disrespect, they highly disrespected you. Queen of Pentacles here with the Six of Pentacles. They lost you and they feel their disrespect. Somebody who's watching you. Could be the ex-partner, friend, family member. Yeah. So, with this Lover's card being here, you could be meeting somebody, you know, somebody is still, but in love, there's a person is watching you. If it's a family member, you made a right call on cutting this person off, Scorpio, because if you had kept staying with this person or allowing them to disrespect you, they would have kept doing it. And no matter what you said, what you did, would do, it would not change this person. Their morals and their respect and integrity went out the window with you, okay? But you're understanding that you do attract people that needs your healing, that needs you to bring it. You're trying to, you know, come back into this happiness situation here. So you have the Eight of Pentacles. So let's see what's coming up for you, Scorpio. Eight of Pentacles here. You are growing your money. You are thinking about how to make more money. There's the Tower here. What's the surprise here for Scorpio? I feel like this is a surprise. You have the Tower. So it's like, you know, when you go through bad things, the only way, you know how they say the only way down is to get up. You know, if you fall down, get up. If what goes up must come down, you know, whatever the feeling is with that. The Four of Wands, you are realizing here that you are in this struggle, though, Scorpio. And I do feel like, yeah, the Queen of Wands and the Moon card, you're not seeing something. What is Scorpio not seeing with the Moon? With the Queen of Wands, there's a sudden thing here that you're like saying, I don't want any relationships with nobody. I just want to be by myself. I want to be left alone. I want to go my way. And you right now, you coming across like Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're definitely not looking for no relationship. I think you're right now over at Knight of Pentacles. So you're looking at your Knight of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles here. You're looking for that money to come in. Scorpio, what you're not seeing here, because you have been through so much, you have been through a struggle. And the Moon and the energy here of the Queen of Wands is finding yourself again in the battle of people that have hurt you. It seems like you're going to be rewarded here, and in the sense of feeling that the Nine of Pentacles is going to be your independent happiness and finding its way out of your Tower moment here, okay? So there might be some kind of sudden change with the Queen of Wands. Four of Wands, it might be something that you were not expecting here, the Four of Wands of this person or somebody from your past. You might be getting this surprise from them, but you're in this Queen of Wands energy, and that's what you're not seeing, is that you are coming in as the Queen of Wands and the Moon card. And what you're not seeing is somebody that you thought loved you but didn't, or they did and they just figured it out later how much they hurt you. But the Nine of Pentacles is here. It's more about you focusing on your own needs. And you're feeling this energy, Scorpio, that you cannot care too much anymore. This is what I'm feeling, okay? You're a deep loving person. But now you're pouring that love into yourself. You're not saying, you know, everybody's bad in the world, but now it's kind of like this mindset that you have is saying that I'm going to focus on me because nobody really ever cared about me, so why should I care back? It's like you're giving up this idea of what, you know, you're giving up this idea about soulmate, love, energy. You're giving up that kind of idea. You feel like people are just full of it, full of BS. Even your family members, your kids, your partners, the people, when you look back, you're reflecting here in the Moon card. You have came into a dark space, though. You got into some kind of darkness of your reflection, and that's what, Scorpio, you have been isolated into the Moon. And you're holding this moon like, why does this always happen to me? And so the Nine of Pentacles is about, you use that Nine of Wands to reinvent yourself here, Scorpio, into something that you haven't done in a long time, because you're always focused on other people's needs, how much you love them, not how much they loved you. You were always just giving out. Let's clarify that Nine of Pentacles. But now it's all about your energy it's like a feeling you need to focus on yourself. And if it's not, you know what I'm getting here? It's like that energy alone makes me feel like, if they can fit into my world, I will let them in. If they can show me that they can fit into my life, I am no longer going to walk into someone and try to fit in theirs. If they don't want me in their life, fine. But you're not even going to push yourself or try anymore. It's either going to come naturally with you, or they got to get out of your life. What is the Nine of Pentacles? And that's the way you're processing thinking is now. That. So you're ready for this card? It is the Magician. You see? The Magician and Nine of Pentacles is going to reward you here, Scorpio. You might even be expecting it, something you're not seeing, something you're not expecting. But you're very focused on your energy. Six of Pentacles. And you're not giving out anymore. You're just not going to do that. That's where you learn your mistakes, is being too loyal, too caring. Now, I'm not saying don't care. Don't, treat people the way they treat you, and they give what they give you. But there's people out there that you had to learn the hard way, that with this Magician and the Six of Pentacles, that you will not, the universe taught you that one-sided relationships can't work. It doesn't matter who it is. Okay? And this is what you're putting yourself is like, now that person's got to shift to you and become it, because right now you're in this whole nother shift of energy of, if I'm going to be with somebody, they're going to be somebody, but it's not going to be for love. It's going to be for somebody who's going to help take care of me, who's going to be there to support me. It's not even about this romantic sense anymore. Scorpios are hopeless romantics. But now you're starting to realize that people can be full of it, and Six of Pentacles, and you're not accepting that anymore. And you're going to have a hard time for, allowing people to come back in your heart again. But you're saying it's not even about, that feel-good lust energy anymore. It's about, can you love me? Can you take care of me? Can you be there and support me? The Lover's card is here again. So that's what you're looking for. And this might be a person that might come to your life that you're not even expecting. The Empress in reverse. There's somebody here that, there's the Five of Swords again. And I just put that card back. The Emperor's here. Now you could be coming in as the Emperor. Because you're definitely coming in as some kind of alpha male or alpha female, that you're like not allowing people to stand in your way anymore. Yeah, because they mess with your feelings here with the Empress, and this is what your energy calls for. They came in for your light, and you're blocking that. You're not getting my light anymore. This might be a Scorpio moon or Scorpio Pisces moon here. You might have Pisces moon in your chart. Aries. Yeah. And Gemini is here for sure. So anyway, that's some of the signs. But it doesn't have to be right. So I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio, as we say here that you are coming in very, very like in this whole vibe of who you are. And it's something like you're waking up to the fact you just cannot give out your heart and love just to anybody anymore, because they will take advantage of it. And until they can prove you something different, but you're looking for somebody, if you not the saying you need somebody, but if you're going to have somebody, you're going to be with somebody who's a partner, and somebody understanding you on the level of your emotions and being there and making you feel safe. You're not looking for this, roll into haystack anymore. You know what I mean? No more intimacy. You're looking at somebody, if you're going to be in my life, you're going to be here to support me and build with me. If you can't do that, move on. Because the intimacy here is overrated for you. It's not on your mind anymore. Where when you first met this person, the relationship went very fast. And intimacy was at the top of the ideal for the relationship. But now it's like, no, I'm not doing that again. That's what messed me up. But this person, whoever taught you in this tower that you had, really messed you up. And that's why your connection here, you're not willing to vibrate with that anymore. You're just like, I'm going to be happy, do me, until somebody can prove that they can bring happiness and peace to my life. I don't want to. And that's the way you're looking at it. Okay, long story short, but anyway, Scorpio, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up. Help me here on the channel. That's the most important. And make sure you hype my channel and give me that comment and help each other here on the channel, okay, Scorpios. So Scorpio, I will see you next time. If you'd like a personal reading, reach out to me at angelguidestarot@gmail.com. Talk to you soon. Stay blessed and send in love and light. Bye-bye.